Hi, Guideposts. I'm Wally. I've been in El Dorado Hills, California at the Marina View School. I've been giving advice to kids for over 20 years now. And it started out when I lived nearby and walking to school with my two dogs. When I was in middle school myself, my coach used to say, what you do makes you what you are, over and over again. And that's when I started thinking and sayings, philosophical things that make me be a better person myself. So then I started adding on to it. And in high school, in the study hall, I started collecting them, reading through books and magazines and stuff. And finally I have over 300 of them now. But I find if you have a good philosophy in life through these sayings to keep in your mind, it will help you to go through life. I started talking to these kids and they started listening to me, so I started, hey, I'm gonna lay them on them. So I started telling them these things, I'd have a question they had to give the other part of the answer to, like, judging others does not define who they are. They have to come back and say it defines who you are. And they go home and they tell their parents that. And their parents are like that. One lady said, I've had 4 kids go through this school, and all 4 of them, they've changed the attitude in our whole house. We think different than we used to because these kids come home and they keep telling us how to be happy and how to be kind and whatnot, and it's permeated our whole family. So that makes me feel good. The mural behind me came to be because there were 3 young ladies I'd met from the time they were in the 6th grade all the way through the 8th, and they wanted to do something so people would remember me and what I used to stand for. So they spent a whole semester, these 3 young ladies, painting this mural, and they said, well, what are the favorite ones you want to put on the mural? So I said, well, I'll give you 5 of them. And the 5 you see here are the ones that they painted on there. But I said the most important one is what you do makes you what you are. But the 3 kinds of people in the world: those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that don't know what happened. So I asked them, what kind are you? And they have to say, I'm the kind that make things happen. In 1941, war was approaching, and at 18 years old, you had to be drafted into the service. I wanted to be a Navy carrier pilot, so I volunteered for the Navy, and I became a naval aviator and a dive bomber pilot and fighter pilot. Applied for United Airlines. I flew for them for over 30 years as an airline pilot, which was my love. And then after that, I moved up here with my wife and kids. And you see now the kids all know me. And they know my wife because we do annual get-togethers with them. And so eventually it evolved into having an annual friendship days. We give them a bookmark, and they had to talk to some other person and give them a bookmark and trade them around. But at graduation, we always make sure the graduating class gets a special bookmark and maybe a special pen. Well, God inspired me, and we've always gone to church as kids, and I read the Bible, Matthew, Mark. I know the New Testament quite well, and from that, a lot of Jesus' teachings I use, like do unto others as you would have others do unto you. One of Jesus' most important sayings. And I said, if you can do that and be kind to other people like that, you won't have any trouble going through school. My best Wally is, my most important one is never look down on anyone unless you're helping them up. If they'll gossip to you, they'll gossip about you. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. The one I like best is live in a way that those who know you but don't know God will learn to know God because they knew you. No matter when I'm gone, I always have members of me called Wally's Wall. So about 4 months ago, they put a bench down the street that said Wally's Bench. Got a little plaque on it, and down below the bench it said, never look down on anyone unless you're helping them out. Pretty neat, huh?